Good evening, everyone. You know what? We are back again. We are back again. Welcome to another Candid. Oh my goodness. We took a little summer break and now I can't even get the name right. Welcome to another Win with Black Women, Sisters Lead, Sisters Vote, Candid Candidate Conversation. Good evening, everyone. I'm Chantel Mullen. I'm back again, and we're welcoming you to another powerful candidate conversation. We are here where we center the truth, leadership, and the power of our voices in the political process. This space is more than just about politics, it's about building power, asking the tough questions, and hearing directly from the women who are stepping up to lead at every level. We know Black women have always been the backbone of democracy, and here we create the space to engage, inform, and mobilize. We got an exciting night for you tonight, and so I am bringing to the stage our candidate for this evening, good sister Monica Sparks. Welcome, welcome,
Thank
welcome,
you.
welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you so much. I feel welcomed and loved with my win with Black women. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, thank you. Well, let's get this conversation started. What are you running for, Sister Monica? Tell us.
Well, Miss Chantel, I am running for mayor of Kentwood, Michigan. You might say, well, where is Kentwood, Michigan? We are the fourth largest city here in the West Michigan area. We have about 54,806 individuals, unless someone had a baby last night. We are run by a strong mayor, which will be my position coming up relatively soon. I am running for many reasons. Kentwood is a beautiful bedroom community, but we are in depopulation right now, according to the US Census. Now, of course, they don't like when I say that. I'm running against opposite, not against, but for the people, a 12-year incumbent. And they don't like for me to talk about us being in depopulation. Um,
Mhm.
sometimes things are not always what they appear to be. We do have some rental units that they've built. They're building a community center right now, but I think we have to be careful because sometimes we confuse growth with building or building with growth. And there's the difference. So just making sure that we have collaboration. Our current system right now does not collaborate to one of the cities on to the west, got $24 million last year in appropriations. My city to the east got $6 million in appropriations. And last year, we have got nothing, a big fat $0. And that concerns me when we are paying more in taxes and we constantly are being barraged with
Oh, wow.
millages. So I take issue with that. And I am currently a county commissioner. I'm serving in my fourth term, and I see the injustices and inequities, and I am no longer willing to stand by and be silent. So I want to be part of the solution.
Well, that's a great lead into this question. What called you to run? What?
Well, I literally got a call. Okay. So there was one of the ladies who I've known for a long time. She's a minister, and she called me and said, no, she sent me a text message. That's what she did first. She said, I was praying this morning and I thought that I would ask God to inspire you to run for mayor. I said, girl, I don't want to do that. That's a lot of work. And when she said that, I just kind of sloughed it off. But then I started seeing these things, learning about us being in depopulation, learning about us not getting any appropriations. And I already knew that there were issues with relationships and collaborations on the state as well as the local level with some of the elected officials in the current administration. And I said, wait just a minute, something's off here. So then I went to an event and I saw our current mayor there, and he ignored everyone. So wait just a minute. I asked the city council, I said, is this what he normally does? And they said, well, it's just a hard day right now, and he feels very solemn for this event. We were at a bingo event in a gymnasium. I hardly think that's a solemn occasion. So I just said, maybe, there's an off day. So I called him up. Hey, what's going on? No response. And I said, maybe God is leading me that I do need to do something about this. I started learning more about what we're not getting. And one day I just woke up and said, I think I'm supposed to run for mayor. Yeesh. And that was it. When I say God put everything in all the wheels in motion, the universe is conspiring on my behalf and on behalf of this campaign and for the residents of Kentwood. I mean, it's amazing. So we're 31 endorsements in to possibly 6 for him. We are, I mean, the support that we have behind us, we have a machine working, the door open to a campaign office, the door open to a beautiful young set of energetic people to help run my campaign. And we've not stopped since. So I am feeling very blessed. And I know that when the time is right, the time is right. If I can segue here for just a second, because I kind of feel like maybe this is a lesson for someone else. And it's not just my lesson, but there's someone out there right now who feels like they're not enough. They want to run for office. They've been told by God, the universe has told them, hey, look at the tea leaves, and they're not running because either someone has told them that they shouldn't, they couldn't, they can't. And you don't need anybody's permission to be great. That's what I want you to know right now. You don't need anyone's permission.
Definitely.
And I want you to run. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your situation is, but there are things you will have to get in place. But when you have that green light and that period of time that says this is your time, go. So let me go back to me because I just went off on you. I'm just excited. And then when we talk about me, this isn't even about me. This is about the people of Kentwood, making sure that we can ignite the future. There's so many different things that need to happen in our community. We have one of the highest diversity groups, immigrants in our area. Our high school, there are about 180 different languages spoken there. So 120, different languages spoken there. It's insane. So as you know, there's a lot going on as far as that immigration population right now. But I just want to be the mayor that people can look up to, that people can collaborate with, and that people can respect in this crazy political time. It's scary. Okay, it's scary. However, I believe that, like I said, we're in the right timing, doing the right thing, making the right connection. And if you could see my heels, they are worn down because we are out in these streets. Okay, so I'm going to keep on talking because I think that something happened with the video. But let me just kind of.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did we have a little glitch?
You know,
Okay. So I'm not hearing anything right now. I'm going to kind of keep talking because, like I said, I feel led that somebody out there.
We got you. We got you. We got you. You on here dropping gems, girl. I'm so busy in the chat. I'm not even paying attention to the fact that we done lost Chantel temporarily. So, we always have a spare and a backup here when with Black Women and Sisters League, Sisters Rose. So you got me for just a second.
Thank you, Miss Holly.
How you doing?
Great. I'm fantastic. Thank you.
Listen, I hated to even interrupt because, oh my goodness, you was really giving us some gems. And I don't know, you may not even be able to see the chat, but you got the hand claps going and the people all of a sudden hit the thumbs up and the ding, 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 ding. So it's a lot of support for you. And I see that Sister Sylvia Keys is speaking in from Michigan. So we know that she knows exactly what's going on. So they are all kind of paying attention and engaged with you. So listen. You've given us, I love the story of how you came to run was so beautiful and a little bit tragic because it's a shame that we have to get to this point. So, I love to kind of end on some joy and some fun. And so I have to ask you, what are you most excited to be doing as mayor?
Well, as mayor, I'm excited to implement my Sparks plan of action. So with my Sparks plan of action, let me tell you, can I tell you about my Sparks plan of action?
Please, come on, tell me all about it.
So I want us, City of Kentwood, to be one of the safest cities in West Michigan. I want to have partnership at all levels to strengthen local businesses, individuals, and families. Advocacy is going to be so important for affordable and attainable. I don't even like that word, affordable, but I love the word attainable. And let me tell you why. Because what's affordable to one person is not necessarily affordable to the next. So we need to have housing on all levels. Mental health, my goodness. Now, we don't have programming for mental health right now at City Hall, but how can we have a thriving city when the people at the top are not able to feel comfortable enough to do the job they need to do? So overall well-being for our residents, the resources and smart infrastructure investments. Now, we don't want to keep taxing our residents and keep having these villages. We want environmental sustainability, for our future, knowledge and transparency that drive informed decisions for a thriving community with transparency, so all the people that live, work, or play here in Kentwood can enjoy. And last but not least, servant leadership and collaboration for everyone using a people-centered approach. So I got some plans for Kentwood, darling.
Listen, Kentwood sound like it's about to be lit. Got to get myself to Kentwood.
Come on, you're welcome. Come anytime. You got a gorgeous mall you can visit here.
Well, you know what? I want to do just a little bit of vision. I want you to think about after a Monica Sparks administration, what kind of city will Kentwood look like? What would you leave behind? What's going to be your Kentwood legacy?
Well, if I had my druthers, one of our legacies would be to have more of a downtown area. We're a bedroom community, so we've got a mall and we've got lots of restaurants and things like that, but we don't have entertainment hubs necessarily. So I would like to see more connection with leaders across other cities. So we will have something to drive economic growth as far as some type of entertainment district. We're going to do electric buses. We also would like to have, now this is on a different kind of a level. I want to have some civic engagement with the high schools because right now we have absolutely none. And how are we able to help these young people? So I would like to have like a junior commission, city council. I also would like to have, because we do have so many different religions, different individuals and ethnic populations, I would love to have a cultural advisory board that connects also back to the police department so that we can have a better understanding on the way that individuals need to interact. And we can call the police to task too, okay? That's very important. So there is, at the end of my partnership with the people at the end of them being my boss. I want them to know that someone cared enough to think about our future. Transforming City Hall is going to be very important right now. They're working without a contract. So transforming that into where people can build their morale, and they can feel that they have a partner in the mayor, not just someone who's leading the city. So I want to lead with intentions that are honorable. We are currently doing a cultural prayer committee, and that committee is going to also lead us so that we can fortify our walls in Kentwood, and everybody is welcome to the table. So that is also something that I would like to do, is involve clergy on every level, and clergy of many different facets and cultures. So I am really excited to think about the vision that we have and where we will go at the very end. Everyone deserves a high quality of life. So that will be my goal. And I want people to look back and say, I feel like I got the best living in Kentwood.
I love that. I want to let you know that the public is with you. Sherilyn James is sharing. Yes, Kentwood doesn't have a downtown.
No, you don't.
Erica is sharing that she thinks this is a great idea.
Thank you, Erica.
Jexy thinks it's really smart. And Valerie is like, I can help with that. So you got a lot of folks that are coming in with you.
Yeah. Yes. Well, you know what? Let's have a little fun for a moment, because you have been you have been deep. You have brung the heat and the information about Kentwood. But I want to talk about you for a moment.
Uh-oh.
If you could put together a dream team of Black women to help you run your campaign, who would be on that team?
Well, I have to have Kamala. I mean, did you see her rise after they discounted her because she was number 2? Did you see her not become empowered to speak to power, if that's what you call him, power? But did you see her? She was so impressive. So I have to have her. Gotta have Michelle Obama, because every once in a while I feel like going low, and she got to keep reminding me to go high. Okay. So I have to have her. I have to have a Jasmine Crockett. I gotta have Jasmine Crockett on the team. But we do have to kind of temper her a little bit at times. I'm not saying all the time, but at times, because Kentwood's not
fair.
Detroit. Yes.
That's fair.
But you got to know your audience. You got to know your audience.
Know your audience.
So we got Kamala, we've got Michelle, we've got Jasmine. Who else you got?
They have to be Black women, correct?
Black women, yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Black women, correct. I'd have Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have her, and the only reason why is because she is emboldened with experience. And now I do feel like it might be time to, kind of, let usher somebody else in. Because I don't like when we do that in politics. I don't like when we stay, because there's so many young individuals here that, and when I say young, they may be 5 years younger than you. They may be 10 years younger. But when we don't pass the torch, in enough time, it creates a problem. So the other person, y'all laughing at me.
I'm laughing at the chat because they done put me and Chantel on your team, child.
Oh, honey, I should have listed you guys first. That's who I first should have said. And the other person that's in that chat is Sherilyn James. She's a bad shut your mouth. I definitely would have her on the team. There are so many great women of color out there, and the other ones are escaping my memory right now, but there are so many.
That's a good darn team. That's a good darn team. I see Sister Sylvia's weighing in. She said, I love your team. So there you go.
Come on, Sister Sylvia, you can be on the team too.
Okay. Well, okay. Here's another one. Give us a piece of advice that you have gotten from a sage sister, your your granny, your mama, your sister, somebody that you carry into this work, somebody who has
You,
poured a piece of advice.
my mama, you
Okay.
cannot please all the people all the time. And if you try, you're the one that's going to lose. So follow who you are, be true to yourself, your values, host yourself with integrity at all times, and
Mhm.
let it go. See, the thing is that we always, right now, we're always trying to please everybody, always trying to make sure everybody's happy and everybody's got this and everybody's got that. Some people don't want to be happy. So you have to let them rest with that and not try to be the savior for everybody because we cannot be.
Mm-hmm.
So you can please all the people all the time. And you can
That's
only
wisdom
please some of the
right
people
there.
some of the time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, that's some wisdom right there.
Okay.
That's
Now
some
another one.
wisdom.
I got a couple of more because these are the things that shape you. What was your first job and what did it teach you about leadership or hustle?
Mm.
My first job was working at Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, which I love to this day. Them gizzards and them livers. Okay. My first job was that I was 14 years old and I wanted to do cheerleading. And my mom said, well, if you want to do cheerleading, you have to pay for some of this cheerleading stuff. So you got to get a job. And that's what I did. I was slinging chicken. That's what I was doing. And what it taught me was, even as a kid, that they're going to put the work on you. So just take the work, shut up, take the work, and navigate and move how they tell you to navigate and move so that you could increase your coins, because they give you a raise after a certain period of time, but they're not going to give you a raise if you're not doing your job. So that was my first job, slinging chicken, Lee's Famous Recipe. And I just learned that do the work. I learned a
Okay.
lot of customer service skills too at that time.
Well, you know what? That's a perfect segue to this next question. How are you going to navigate some difficult decisions when there's no popular option? And, people might be mad about every decision that no matter what the decision, but they might not just be happy with your decision. How are you going to navigate that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to align my chakras. That's the first thing I'm going to do. What happens is we get out of alignment sometimes because we are concerned about other people. If we make decisions and take the souls with us as we do the resources, make our voting, if we take those souls with us and we remember that we're not doing this for ourselves, you have to remember that you are in this for other people. And so your opinion may be one that counts, but you have to remember why. It always goes back to the why, and it always goes back to that money. Okay. So those two things, the why and the money, they both go hand in hand. So we have to, or what I do when I make a decision that's not as popular, trust me, being on a commission, this is my 4th term, and I'm a Democrat. However, we have the majority is Republican. And there are many decisions that they make that I'm like, wait just a minute. I don't see where there's equity, or I don't see where there's inclusion, or I don't see where there's, where you're not looking out for the little guy. And I will vote a different way. They're used to me by now. So, now they'll ask a few more questions before they do put certain things to the vote. However, I don't vote thinking, oh, maybe they won't elect me again. I vote knowing full well that everybody is looking and everybody is watching, but what I do, how I vote, impacts their very day-to-day life as a county commissioner. So I don't look to whether I'm doing the popular thing. I want to do the right thing.
Listen, this chat is on fire. I just have to tell you. You got some big fans. Latara Trailer says this is where she does her best work.
That's my Michigan crew.
Yeah, but you know
Love
what?
those ladies.
We're gonna take a question from the chat. So let me see if I can work this out here. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Coming in from Detroit. I saw you, Sister Diva D. I know you from Detroit.
I
She
love
said,
divas.
what did you tell your 10-year-old self to do different?
Oh, that's a loaded question. My 10-year-old self to do different would be to slow down
Okay.
sometimes and speed up at others. Don't let certain opportunities stop you because these young girls that you dealing with right now aren't going to matter in 10 years. But we don't know that, do we? When we're young, we don't ever realize that these things that we say and do when we're in school won't have any impact on us later, the people, because they're going to live their lives and you're going to live your life. So I would tell my 10-year-old self to keep walking down the middle of the hallway with my head held high while everyone is looking at me, and don't give a F.
All
That's
right.
what I would do. That's what I would do.
Look at that. Sherilyn said you dropping gems now. You dropping gems.
I would do.
Well, you know what? This has flown by. We are almost at the end of our time. So I'm gonna bring you one more question and we're gonna wrap up with a few words. You know, you've talked a lot about Kentwood. It's obvious, just from the way you speak about it, you love your city. Who are the people who will always have a seat at your table? Who are those voices? Who are those communities? Who are going to have a seat at your table?
You already know my sisters are going to have a seat at the table. My sisters will always have influence. They will always have power for me because I trust my sisters. I respect my sisters. I would have to say clergy will have a seat at the table. And now, when I say clergy, I don't mean just, our African American pastors. I mean the Nepali, the Indian, the Bhutanese, the Chinese, the whole gamut of individuals. So at the table will also be my firefighters. I love my firefighters. They were the first ones to endorse us out the gate. The union will always have a seat at my table. I am for the hard-working men and women that get the job done. So the union, I think I'm endorsed by about 10 different union organizations at this point. They will always have a seat because the cost of living is too high and we don't respect enough the job that people do. It's ridiculous. And we have to start making sure the budgets are very important, but so are the people. So how are we going to raise more capital? How are we going to have an economic impact where we can pay our people what they're worth? So those are some of the people that will be at my table.
Well, thank you. This has been a wonderful conversation. So we got to tell the people just a little bit more about you. So when is your election?
The election is about 72 days away, November the 4th. However, you can get your absentee ballots in starting September the 25th. And if you are so inclined to do that, check that box and keep it moving. That way you don't have to worry about November 4th. You can always take care of it before then.
Okay. And if they want to find out more information about you, where should they go?
Well, please go to sparksforkentwood.com. That's sparksforkentwood.com. You can find out more information on some of the ways that I voted, the resolutions that I have, the money that I brought into Kent County. You can find out more information on what I plan on doing with the Sparks plan, my Cranes in the Sky, and all the different people that are endorsing our campaign. You can find out more about us there.
Okay. And one last thing, if they want to send a little something to you, where do they need to go?
Well, let me lead you back to Sparks for Kentwood, or you can go on there and find that Act Blue link. And please, I don't care if it's $1, $5, ladies, every little bit makes a big difference to a candidate. And if you know anyone who lives in the Kentwood or Grand Rapids, Wyoming area, have them hit us up, because even working with us for an hour, making calls, maybe walking the doors with us, all of these things are essential to any candidate winning their race. So we need you. I need my intelligent, strong, radiant, resilient, beautiful, brilliant, bold, revolutionary, intuitive, breathtaking, and inspiring melanated women, Black women, to join me. And I love you and thank you.
Well, thank you. Wait a minute. We're going to go out the door with this before we go into announcements, because our good sister Sherilyn said, not period, but we'll take that.
Period.
But wait, I hit the wrong thing, girl. I hit the wrong thing. She said, what's your favorite Beyonce song?
Oh, Dangerously in Love.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining us this evening. We have had a great time with you. There are lots of comments in the chat, but you know what? This party don't stop just because we are ending this conversation. This is going to be living on the Win with Black Women and the Sisters Lead, Sisters Vote YouTube pages. And you know what? There's somebody who missed this conversation, but you know what? You can share that link and share it with them so they can learn more about Sister Monica's campaign. I'm gonna take us out with a couple of announcements, because you know we've had a wonderful candidate conversation here tonight with all of there's lots of Black women running for office. So we want you to scan that QR code. And if you know a Black woman who's running for office in 2025 and she wants to join us on this candid candidate conversation, have her fill out the form. Or if you're the candidate, you fill out that form, and we'll find a date that we can amplify your campaign. Also, if you are a Black woman running for office, Sisters Lead, Sisters Vote has a wonderful project where they are finding all of the Black women who are running for office, because over there on the Sisters Lead, Sisters Vote social media, they amplify all of the Black women's campaign election dates. They created a masterful and wonderful Black women yearbook in 2024, which highlighted all of the Black women that were running for office. And you can be one of those Black women in 2025. Just use that bit.ly link or scan that QR code. Now, with that, we are headed out, but we will be back again. So stay tuned for more candid candidate conversations. Thank you and good night.